My name is Obi Emelonye. I'm a filmmaker, Nigerian filmmaker based in the UK, writer, director, and producer of films called The Mirror Boy.
You speak English.
And Last Flight to Abuja. Every project has its challenges, but I would say Last Flight to Abuja presented particularly unique challenges because for the first time in Nigerian cinema, we were delving into the area of aviation that, tried to tackle very technical subject matter, dealt with the glamour, the glitz, and unfortunately the crashes in the industry. So we had to crash a plane. And I remember the first time it was muted that I was making a film like this. One of the standout reactions online was that when I never crash car properly for Nollywood, when I won't go crash plane. So that told you the level of cynicism and suspicion that they had for the project. But that motivated us the more to try and achieve the highest level of visual realism that we needed to tell that kind of story. And I would say, looking back, the challenges pushed us to really, like I said, push the envelope a little bit and produce something that has become very contemporary, not just because it pushes the boundaries of technical filmmaking, but because of the subject matter and the unfortunate coincidence of the Dana air crash 5 days before our premiere in London. Okay, they've accepted The Mirror Boy, slightly different from the normal narrative of a Nollywood film. Let's see how they take this subject matter. It is not, as people say, making an Oyibo film, a Hollywood film. No, it is a Nigerian story that we've made, except that we try to tell it in a subject matter that has never been dealt with before in Nollywood, in a manner that has never been dealt with in Nollywood. So it's the endorsement and the approval that I got from The Mirror Boy that kind of encouraged me to push the envelope a little bit. And now that Last Flight to Abuja has become as successful as it was, becoming the highest grossing Nigerian film in the cinemas in 2012, being shown at the Cairo International Film Festival, Nile Diaspora International Film Festival, where you also won Best Film, being billed in official selection for Monaco Film Festival, Cinema d'Afrique Film Festival in Switzerland, African Film Festival in Sweden, just to name a few. All of that tells me that something has gone right with this, and it encourages me even further to push the envelope. It's a huge international spotlight on Nollywood. At the moment, I call it international curiosity. They have heard about this film industry that is a school of thought in filmmaking that attempts to squeeze out every ounce of value, commercial value, out of budgets that would ordinarily not have shot shots in other territories. And the world has started taking notice. We perfected the art of shooting on video, and while there are technical lapses in what we do or what we did then, there is huge improvements, huge strides, and with the award ceremonies and competitions like the Afrinolly Short Film Award, which kind of spotlights short filmmaking, which is not a very popular style of filmmaking in Nigeria, because everybody tries to use whatever budget they would have used for a short to make a feature, because at least it has a commercial, definite commercial value. But the value of short films to showcase what people can do, to use it to market themselves, is becoming very recognized in Nigeria. And in the next few years, I think we'll get to the position where Nollywood, Nigerian filmmakers, whether it's in feature-length competitions or in shorts, would have a strong mention in every major international film festival, and will be up for major awards. Talking about major awards, even Last Flight to Abuja was under consideration was in the long list. They put it that way, in the long list for the BAFTAs in the UK. And when they contacted me, to have the film entered, I was shocked. I didn't know they noticed what we were doing. They heard about The Mirror Boy, they've heard about this. So they feel that there's a trend here, there is a continuum. And so long as we continue in that direction, and it's not just me, a bunch of Nigerian filmmakers who are doing great stuff, young boys who are crazy, when they smile, as they say, you know, and it's very exciting time to be a filmmaker in Nigeria. At the moment, the finances haven't met up with what we're doing, but that's only a matter of time. First of all, to have won a competition of this magnitude, with all the money involved, to have won a competition of this magnitude, they must be doing something right. So the answer to that would be to develop whatever project that got them the award to a feature length, because it must have been edgy and contemporary and on point and you know, unique enough. I wish filmmaking was like music, where you would make one good track and have a career based on it. Unfortunately, we have to continue to make good work to be relevant even. So I'm making a film in Igbo in London that is called Onyozi, which translates to the messenger, using a lot of white people who would speak the language, not just say hello and hi in the language, but proper have conversations in Igbo. And it's that kind of assumption that the language is universal. And it's not a take over the world project, but it's a very personal project. But as usual, I'll give it everything I got in terms of experience, in terms of making it stand out and using the best techniques, including the bullet shot, which I'm very excited about using, like they did in Matrix. It's a very interesting project. Like I said, very humble, very, very personal. Okay, Bakassi is playing the lead role in it. He'll be coming to London to do that. I also have a project in pre-production, which is a strong film called La Femme Anjola, with Genevieve and Two-Face in it. You know, we're bringing him back to make a proper film now, not the first one he did. Anyway, Two-Face is, we're in negotiations with him, but he's talking very well. He's a good guy, smashing guy. And I'm looking forward to working with him on it. That would shoot sometime before the end of the year. So the aim is to make one very good film every year, and hopefully one very humble project that pushes the boundaries for Igbo filmmaking. So 2 films every year, and my 2 this year will be La Femme Anjola and Onyozi, the Messenger.